Hello, welcome back everyone. AnthWolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as Imperial agent Verona here on the planet of Alderaan. Where we last left off, we were helping Lord Gerard Fool toughen up basically and impose himself further on his vassals to make sure everyone knew he was in charge. Below the Sith Empire, of course. We also did a few heroic missions just because, well, at least one of them I had done before, but the other two not so much. And we're now on our way to continue our main storyline here to learn about the Eagle's terrorist cell here on the planet. Apparently either a noble house or nobleman within the house has been supplying the Eagle with money for pretty much anything the Eagle requires. Actually, we need to go in this direction. And so we need to find out and basically stop that individual or that house from doing so. To do so, we've been given a contact name of Vector Hyllus, a Imperial diplomat who has been coerced, joined with the local native insectoid species known as the Killix. So we're gonna go see him now and see what he knows.
Rise and shine.
Kilio, shush. These are the Killix. Obviously we poisoned some of the hives earlier. Yeah, they have the ability to absorb various other races into their collective consciousness through a process called joining, and then those that have done so become known as joiners. Basically they retain their memories, but their individuality is basically stripped away and they become one with the hive.
Yes, this is the one, as the song schedule determined.
I can't wait to see how this goes.
We are Vector Hyllus, Dawn Herald of the Ouroboros Nest. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Agent.
It sounds like you were expecting me.
We received a message concerning your mission. We were told we might serve. We trust our appearance doesn't disturb you. Our superiors in the diplomatic service find our joining disconcerting, but it was necessary. The joining allowed us to share thoughts and senses with the Nest, forge a bond between Empire and Killix. The change is a small price.
Being transformed doesn't bother you?
It was unexpected, but now, I'm part of the kind. I hear the song of the universe. It's a magnificent thing. Yes, as to your target, Imperial intelligence provided us with a list of names, dates, and locations connected to your terrorist financier.
I'm not sure I like sharing information with the Killix.
It's unavoidable. Our thoughts are shared. Perhaps you'll make the best of it. We can't identify the financier himself, but your information shows he's visited House Organa, House Ceres, House Pantier, and House Cortess. Cortess is a vassal of the Empire's proxy, House Thule. If you show the Cortess Baron a copy of our findings, he might close in on your foe.
I appreciate the advice.
We must proceed to the Dance of Unlighting, but we'll remain here for the duration of your mission. We suggest you present yourself to Cortess as an ally of the Empire. Show strength, and don't mention your intelligence connections.
Interesting. Okay, I guess we can try this. Meet with the Baron of House Cortess and play the infiltration game once again. We're good at that job. Usually. I think House Cortess, yeah, they're down here actually. I think this is where, I think when I was playing my previous Imperial agent back in the past on the American servers, that's when I actually briefly did the heroic with the Lanor. The pirate ex-noble house, I suppose you can call them. They went into exile and became pirates with the local smugglers. But yeah, normally you get that quest along the main road here. I'm not sure if it's a data pad or maybe an astromech droid gives it to you. So we need to prove, like, display strength. Don't mention our Imperial connections. We can manage that. Yeah, somewhere over here there's sometimes a... or there previously was an NPC who gives you the heroic quest to defeat the exiled pirates. And this is House Cortess. There's normally, yeah, quick travel point. It's unlocked for us, good. In case we want to come back here in a hurry.
Hold your guard. In the name of Baron Payar Cortess and the Cortess barony, I demand you state your business or face expulsion.
I am one of the free soldiers of the Polemian trade route, come to offer my company's services.
Another mercenary thug, then. Come to Alderaan for a few credits.
Best mercenary thug this side of the rim.
Captain Perovius, there's no need to react this way.
Forgive me, my lady.
I am Baroness Che Cortess. Forgive our lack of hospitality, but these are inhospitable times. And quite frankly, Cortess has no need of mercenaries. Friends, yes, but not armies for hire.
Allow me to prove that I can be a friend.
Perhaps. Some days ago, we lost a squad of battle droids patrolling the borders of Cortess lands. That squad was our first line of defense. We believe the squad's disappearance may presage an attack, yet not one of our allies has come to our aid.
What happened to the squad exactly?
We don't know what destroyed our droids. They went silent. Until we find out, we must prepare for the worst. If you want our favor, send your troops to determine the fate of our patrol. Perhaps then my Baron may host guests.
We'll do everything possible to make this right.
I'll leave you to Captain Perovius. I hope to see you under better circumstances.
If your troops find droid, tell them to activate the squad's homing beacon. Perhaps the data logs will help us.
I can't recall. I think you might be able to fake being a noble as well. I think I've tried both routes, both as a noble and as a mercenary captain. I think obviously they may have accepted a noble a bit better, but a mercenary captain I think shows more strength. But either way, we need to find out what happened to House Cortess's first line of defense, these House Cortessian droids. And they're actually just up to where the Killik nests are, where we were poisoning them previously. We need to go up along here though, because obviously, bit of a cliff to climb. Can't recall if there's another bonus mission to beat up some Killiks here as well. Let's find out.
So tough now, dirtbag.
Guess not. This is where we need to be. Activate the droid's distress beacon, and we get a message on our holocom.
Make me look good.
This is Captain Perovius. It's good to see you again. I'm impressed that you conducted the search personally. We're receiving the droid's logs now. You have my thanks.
No thanks are necessary. It was my privilege.
I would have lost men conducting the search. You saved lives today. At any rate, these logs are discouraging. The droid skirmish with the Killiks. Blasted bugs are on Cortess lands again.
I ran into a few more on my way here.
Figures as much. Rumor has it that the Killik nest is growing. Probably scouting for a new home. I'll make sure the Baron knows. Those things won't build a new hive in Cortess territory. I'll tell you that.
I'm sure the Killiks will get your message.
Indeed. In the meantime, I have a message for you. The Baroness is offering you an invitation to the estate. You may return at your leisure.
Excellent. We'll do that right now then. There's a quick travel straight back to House Cortess. Save us a few minutes travel time. So yeah. So the Killiks here are looking to expand.
All right, make me look good.
The Baron is expecting you. This way, please.
Our guest has arrived, my lord.
Baron Payar Cortess, Sword of the Castle Lands. I hereby present to you an honorable friend and a soldier of fortune. This woman risked herself in the service of House Cortess, valiantly recovering our lost patrol and identifying the Killik threat. In appreciation of her noble deeds, and out of respect for her accomplishments, I ask that you grant her recognition.
I so grant her recognition. I am Baron Payar Cortess, my lady. Welcome to my home.
Allow me to present Kaleo Janus, my loyal and trusted associate.
Such an exotic young woman. How is it you come to be here?
I slid out of Mama's womb and picked up a blaster. Now I'm your new friend's bodyguard. Course, you and me could be friends too. You got a nice place here. I could stick around a while.
Baron?
You are an intriguing creature, I admit.
Hear what he said? That was sweet.
With those manners, you could be royalty.
I could welcome people just like the Baroness.
I hope I didn't give the wrong impression at the gates. I just take the security of my house very seriously.
One of few things she does, along with her gardens and her ack dogs.
You'll make me blush, my lord.
Tell me now, why do you seek my house? Is there a favor you would ask? An alliance you'd propose?
This data describes someone who interests me. Take a look.
I don't know what I'm looking for, but very well. Ah, I see, a visitor to my house. I believe the guest you're looking for is Master Denry Ale. We've hosted him and his summits on a number of occasions.
I'm afraid I don't recognize the name.
Denry Ale was once Lord Denry Ale, a powerful and respected man among the vassal houses. But some years ago, he abdicated his position.
He became a mediator dedicated to forging peace.
Strange you should ask about him now. For several weeks, Denry Ale has been missing. Whether off on some secret negotiation or something more regrettable, no one knows.
Isn't anyone trying to find him?
Not that I'm aware of. One missing man in all this chaos. But it bears investigation. I'll begin looking into Ale's whereabouts through formal and informal diplomatic channels. If I can find him for you, I will. You may also wish to investigate the matter yourself. I'm sure a mercenary of your caliber has sources.
I appreciate your efforts, Baron.
In the meantime, you're welcome to stay as a guest. House Cortess prides itself on its hospitality.
We'll have to dine together. You can meet the Ack dogs.
The Baron has spoken. This audience is at an end.
Well, that kinda went well. Ack dogs. We've encountered them before in Hutta as well. When they were trying to eat us. Anyhow, so. We made a good first impression. Killio. Where is this rumbling coming from? Actually in game as well. That makes me curious of the circumstances. Well, either way, we now can report back to Vector Hyllus. While they were talking there, I was actually writing down his name and I spelled it wrong in the end. While I'm driving over here, what I'm doing, yeah, while they were talking, I was writing down some information I could jog my memory in the future when I'm starting to edit these videos, given sort of like titles and such. Not very interesting information, admittedly. But we'll go back to this Imperial diplomat and see what else he can tell us. Of course, the Baron's kindly going to look into this Master Denry Ale as well.
All right, make me look good. Is it me, or are there more bugs than last time?
Welcome back. Your aura reflects your attunement to the great song.
What are all these Killiks doing here?
The hive requires more nutrient. These are foraging parties. They'll gather what we need.
Are you short on supplies?
We've been depleting resources rapidly this season, but our foragers can compensate. Our observers saw you enter the Cortess estate. The fingerlings were listening, and heard mention of Denry Ale. We met Ale during our time as ambassador. With his wealth and talent, he could be your target.
The Baron claims not to know his whereabouts.
We might be able to help. Our nest has had many joiners over the years. Soldiers, children, nobles. We can search their memories and see what they know of Denry Ale.
Are all these people in the nest like you?
As Dawn Herald and emissary to the Empire, we retain more independence. But we're all joiners. We remember Pabal Alder. When her speeder crashed, our foragers brought her to the hive. Our healers tended her. We became one. Her house, House Alder, an old house of scholars and antiquarians, granted Ale residence in honor of his work as a mediator. Ale kept records of his work in the Alder estate. If you can penetrate the estate's defenses, those records are yours.
I've never seen anything quite like that.
We live to serve. House Alder opposes the Empire, and the estate is always prepared for an Imperial attack, even a stealthy one. Be careful.
Thanks for the warning, I guess. Get a bit more influence with Killio. We need to enter House Ald, it seems. Prime suspect as a mediator named Denry Ale. Vector suggests you infiltrate Ale's record room in House Ald and download any information you can find. Of course, the House Ald estate is in the Duran Mountains here. It's actually quite expansive, the estate. We could assist Stanil first of all, of course, since we'd be entering next to where he is. But we might as well continue with the main story arc right now in this one video. And then when I decide to break this video, we'll go back and continue the Alderaan story arc. Of course, it's going to take us a bit of a journey to get over to the Duran Mountains, so yeah, just sit back, relax. If you want to rush ahead, feel free to use the timeline, but basically we're just going to travel along the roads over to the Duran Mountains, and then we're going to travel south to the Ald Estate and see what we can learn about this Denry Ale. All we know is he was a previous Alderanian noble. And decided to put himself in exile to become a mediator. And now he's missing. And across this bridge here. There's a few datacons I actually haven't picked up on this map as of yet. One of them I keep just forgetting to come pick up because maybe I'm just a little bit too lazy. It requires you have a certain magnetic unique item which allows you to like grapple from place to place. And there's another which you just need to have patience for. There's a slow moving, you know, kind of like ski resorts, how they have those elevators that take you back to the top of the slope? There's kind of like one of those, and it's extremely slow moving. But that will lead you to a very small island, I should say, with a datacron actually on it. Here we are, entering the Duran Mountains. And you might just be able to see House Ald in the distance. Not quite yet. This is the Imperial outpost, so we'll be speaking to Lord Stanil Full. I say we'll do that momentarily. We'll unlock the quick travel point. There it is. We've unlocked it, good. I say we'll come back here in the near future. See House Ald just behind the tree line here. It's a very big area. I'm not sure if they removed it, but there was also a Heroic 4 area quest around there. In addition, I think every playable class here on Alderaan goes to the Ald Estate, whether you're playing as a member of the Imperial Empire or the Galactic Republic. Only if you go there as the Republic, I think House Ald are friendly towards you. Imperials, not so much. Oh, there's an operative. I keep forgetting what those flying creatures are called. I'm trying to jog my memory. Can't think of it right off the top of my head, but we will be using them to get back maybe to House Full later on. Level 38 Bounty Hunter. Yeah. Level 65 Mercenary. Right, where do we need to go? Straight up here somewhere. Cool. Try and avoid any conflict. We do have our stealth if necessary. is hopefully what we're looking for. These records consist of appointment calendars, logs and financial transactions, meeting transcripts and personal notes of Denry Aile's time as a mediator. Much of the information is meaningless without context, but a few journal entries catch your attention. Entry 56. Met with representative of Mindak family, Drummond Cass. Agreed to purchases. Credits to be transferred tomorrow. Entry 62. Negotiation successful. As goodwill gesture, House Ogon and House Renar agree to 50,000 credits in charitable donations. Both houses concur. I will act as an unbiased party in choosing charity. Will announce decision of Broken Valley Relief Fund, Balmora, tomorrow. Entry 86. At C's suggestion, cancel next week's summits with full. Entry 87. Attack on DK. Darth Jadis assassinated. Bigger than expected. Glad summit was cancelled. Arrange charitable gifts in response to charity. Entry 96. At tonight's gala, meet with EE to arrange future visit. Ask about privacy concerns. C suggests secrecy. A lot of things to take in there. Speaking quite fast as well, so feel free to go back, pause and read those entries if you so desire. We'll go see if Vector knows anything about that information we've just discovered.
So we got enough firepower
to take this place, because if we do this right, they'll be talking about us for years. Uh-huh. Yeah, let's try to keep House full on our sides for a little while. Well, they're useful to us at least.
You and me, we're getting good.
Agent, it's good to see you. Yes, we apologize. The nest has been invigorated by star dancing. If you could smell the pheromones, you'd understand our restlessness.
Having trouble controlling the Killits?
There's nothing to be concerned about. The hive is growing, and we all benefit. We even have a gift for you. These orbs contain white membrosia, rare nectar produced by our givers. Pull back the wax and sip. You'll find it gives strength and healing.
You sure it's safe for humans?
The membrosia alone won't make you a joiner in these quantities. In any case, how's the search for Denry Ale?
That wasn't exactly a no.
I found records in the older estate, but I am not sure what to make of them.
This is perplexing. It looks like Ale funded the destruction of the Dominator and the assassination of Darth Jadis. But the rest is very odd. Have you shown this to Baron Pear?
I was hoping I wouldn't need to.
Baron Pear may see nuances we don't. We've mentioned our difficulty with human personalities. We'll be on alert, should you need anything else. The nest embraces our unity.
Okay. We gain somebody's white membrosia orbs, increasing power by 20 and restoring 41 health every 6 seconds. That's 60 minutes. And this effect persists through defeat. Basically, if you die, the bonus doesn't disappear. I don't trust anything that you're giving me. No offense, I actually like Vector, but I don't trust him being joined to the Killix. To go see the Baron of Cortess once again. See if he can make any information out from this this all data bank we managed to sneak into.
Welcome back. I'll let the Baron know you're here.
My dear, you shouldn't concern yourself with trifling details.
I am concerned. This house needs all I can give, not just my gardening skills.
Enough, we'll speak later. Ah, the mercenary captain. I hope you're enjoying your visit to Alderaan. But if you're here about Denry Ale, I must disappoint. I've been gathering information, yet I cannot locate him with any certainty.
This data from House Alder might help.
These records, they are the pieces of a puzzle my own sources left incomplete. It appears that some weeks ago, Master Ale arranged a secret meeting with House Rist. That meeting is doubtless occurring as we speak.
I'm not familiar with that house.
House Rist is a stain upon the nobility. A house of slayers and poisoners. I suggest you wait for Denry Ale's return. A month, perhaps 2. Don't earn the Rist assassins' ire by interfering in their affairs.
Unfortunately, my mission is urgent.
I admire your energy, but these games should be played with caution. Confronting Rist will do no good. Now, I must cut this discussion short. I have other matters to attend to. See to our guest, my lady. Make certain Cortess hospitality remains second to none.
I'm sorry about my husband. He's a busy man, and a brave one. Just not brave enough to confront the House Rist.
A war against House Rist would get both of you killed.
He believes that. Maybe he's right. Maybe that's why I'm so frustrated. Everything the Baron said about Rist is true. They are a stain on society, and a foe of Cortess. When I was a child, Rist assassins poisoned my father and slit my brother's throat. Justice was never done.
Why are you telling me this?
The Baron won't listen to my ideas. But you could show him the meaning of bravery. You could show all the houses that defying Rist isn't hopeless. Find Denry Ale. Fight the assassins, and go with all our hopes.
I can't promise anything.
If that's how you feel, then I won't take any more of your time. Farewell. I'll make sure the Baron hears of your eloquence.
She has a rather mixed personality, shall we say. It's only given us a sob story, and then when we don't buy it, all of a sudden she's disappointed in us. Something to be aware of, I guess. Anyhow, search for Denry Ale. Is that where we're heading to House Rist? It is. Okay. I think this is probably a good point to end this video. When we come back, we'll take the transport speeder droid, transport taxi service, over to the north section of the Duran Mountains once again, and see what Lord Stanley needs in, obviously, the full assault against House Organa, or their bid for the throne at least. But yeah, feel free to comment if you so desire. This of course has been AnthWolf for Star Wars and the Old Republic. I say when we come back we'll continue our efforts here on Alderaan itself. Until next time, bye bye now.